Hi guys, Roger de la Harpe here. A few years ago we found ourselves up in Udzala National Park in the northern part of Congo, Brazzaville. We were up there to photograph forest elephants, western lowland gorillas, the jungle, the rainforests, and anything else we could find. It's an extraordinary place where birds sound like frogs and frogs sound like birds, and there are more stinging, biting insects than you've ever come across. But it's lovely. And much of the time was spent wading through streams and rivers in search of elephants and buffalo. On one occasion we were floating down one of the streams in a small boat, and out of the jungle stepped a forest elephant. They're not big animals, not like the African bush elephant, but what they lack in size they more than make up for in feistiness. Initially we thought he was going to charge us, but in the end he didn't. He relaxed down, and we spent a lot of time photographing him before he crossed the river and pushed off into the jungle. What I would like to do today is just to show you two things. The first thing is, I'd mentioned in a previous video that there's quite an interesting way to determine how much masking you are putting into an image. In other words, what part of the image do you not want to sharpen? And we do that with the masking slider under the detail panel in Adobe Lightroom. We're going to have a quick look at that, and then I want to take that picture, one of the pictures we shot of the elephant, take it into Photoshop and just add some clouds into the sky, because I find the sky just a little bit bland. Now you don't want to do this to all your images, but if it's a fun thing and it's what you want to do, this is one of the ways on how you do it. Right, so here we have this picture. I've done much of the editing that I need to do to it, and as I said earlier, we did a video just a short while back where we covered this editing process, and if you would like to have a quick look at that, it'll pop out here on the top right hand side of the picture. Just click that and it'll take you to the video. But that process has pretty much been done. I just want to adjust the masking in the sharpening process of what we're doing. So we've set up the sharpening here under the detail panel on the right hand side. Now if you hold your Alt key down and take that masking slider and start dragging it to the right, you will see that the picture goes first to white, and then as you drag it, bits of black appear. Now, the white areas are the areas that are going to be sharpened, and the black areas won't be sharpened. Now, obviously, we don't want to sharpen things like sky because there's nothing to sharpen in there. There's no detail, there's no texture to sharpen. And if you don't do that, what happens is that Lightroom starts to sharpen the noise and makes it more prominent. And that's not what we want. So there we are, I've dragged it. Now that whole sky is not being sharpened, but the white areas, the rest of the picture, the elephant, the jungle, the stream, are all being sharpened. Now, I find that sky just a little bit bland, and it would be nice if there was some detail in there. And it's very easy to do this in Photoshop, because you can download all manner of brushes from trees to lightning and clouds. Of course, you can use photographs, you can put anything you like into the sky and blend that into the background and make it look natural. But in this instance, we're just going to take a brush and paint in some cloud. So right click the image. Down here, about a quarter of the way down, it says Edit in Adobe Photoshop, and we'll go across there. And there it is. Now the first thing we must do is to create a new layer so that we don't work on the background layer, so that we don't work on the picture. So if we make a mistake or want to readjust things or fiddle with things, it's very easy. We have these adjustments in layers. I've already selected the appropriate brush, which is this cloud brush that I downloaded off the internet. And if we just type B, there you can see it, this rather odd looking brush, and if you click into the picture, you can see we're adding some clouds as we're going along. Maybe one down here somewhere, like that. There we go. Now you'll notice that the clouds have appeared in the trees as well, which is not what we want. So we hit E for erase, that brings up the erase tool, and I'm going to make it quite large. You just use the left and right square bracket keys to increase this or decrease the size of the brush. And I'm just going to erase the clouds out of the trees. So there we go. That's looking about right. I'm just going to make that brush a bit smaller and fix up some of these here at the top of this tree. And that's, oh here, there's some stuff that needs to come out of there. And that's about it. And you can see we got some nice clouds, but they seem a little bit artificial to me at this stage. There's a little bit too much of them. So what we're going to do is, if on the right hand side of your layers palette here, there's an opacity slider. If you click the little down arrow there, you can bring this back, and there we go. I've got it now at about, it's 59 thereabouts. That should do it. And so that's made the cloud seem a little bit more natural. We're going to go now up to the top, to the menu, to the layer menu. Right down the bottom it says flatten image. That's going to bake it in, as it were. Up at the top left here, we click the little cross to close the image. It says, do you want to save it? Yes, we do. And that takes it now back to Lightroom. So that's what it looked like before without the clouds. And now we've added the clouds in it, and it looks like something like that. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this one. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell icon next to it so that you're notified of any additional videos we do. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next one. Cheers.